Today we have Arabia Empire, South Arabia. Firstly, they go against Kuwaiti, and well, Kuwaiti capital is lost, and they are virtually dead. So this were easy enemy against Mant, and well, they even annexed these lands, and for you guy who asked from Sealand, well, Sealand is on there, but it is it isn't really much called as a country. So I don't think I'm doing that, but who knows? Maybe I change this plan because I had planned also to the world if the empires goes against what I have made others. So that should be more interesting because China, Mongolia, Kazakhstan, United States, Poland, Ukraine, Niger, Saudi Arabia, Belarus, Sweden, oops, going against all the others. That should make the powerful words. So let's go back to Arabia and make next war. We can see Arabia got that shortened half and take this half and captured the capital of Jordan. This made Jordan collapse easily under Arabia. That made Arabia expanded further. And with Iraq, you made it Iraq, Iran automatically joined the war. And well, you used all your military what you got to go in the Iraq and Iran also. And well, you're really doing well. They can't even push you back. You're making pushes to closer Iraq capital. And well, Iraq lost capital, but they didn't surrender because Iran is supporting them. To the Iraq and Iran army managed to get the Saudi Arabia borders now, and well, from those zones, but they didn't secure Iran's borders, so they used Iran right now to expand. And well, this coastline is really important for Iran. If this is lost, it's so easy to take them over because major cities are there. So Iran and Iraq started showing up all their military here, but made Iraq easy to invade here. This made them really weakened. And well, Iran were scared they are going closer to their capital, so they go attack there. What made Saudi Arabia using this method over and over to expand in Iran also. That made all the army go back there and made Iraq richly push it heavily to the borders of Iran, but made Iraq and Iran back there, but made Saudi Arabia push here. Well, now Iran and Iraq were back there, what made the Saudi Arabia push further northways and also they get out the full of Iraq, and well, pushed heavily in Iran to the Iran army were on their borders. And well, this time they got back there and captured almost all the coastline. That made Iran go back there, and Saudi Arabia used this method again to go closer to Caspian Sea and even got border of Caspian Sea and got this two of mainlands. So this just surrender of Iran and Iran, your army is now back here. That made the Saudi Arabia use this method again, and well, this made Iran richly lost almost all their sea annexations. So they go back there, what made their capital really weakened because they can't support this. So their capital is now close to the border, and also they are pushing inwards of here because there were major buildings and paths of Iran. So that means the Iran needed to go from here back here, and no, nothing else can support the capital. They said, and with that they allowed their coastline of here get captured, and also with Saudi Arabia they made landing on here also, making pushes of army and that to other side of the Iran capital. And well, this actually happened. Now they could just capture the Iran capital by circling it, so they actually started thinking about that and do that. They circled that, so now all the military is on this capital zone. They can't even escape that because Saudi Arabia military is on their border, and with other Iran, you just lost and now push in the Iran capital where make up. So now Iran, your capital push started to the Iran you lost. And with Saudi Arabia claimants being of Iran and Iraq, Iraq all independence, Iran major lands. So now those borders changed a lot. And well, Saudi Arabia expanded even further and also can make what they wanna do now of Iran's mainlands. Now, with Saudi Arabia owning those, they just started calling themselves just Arabia because they're close to be owning all the Arabians or Middle Eastians right now a name. So they just made invasion on them to get them out, pushing heavily in them, cutting UAE half and capturing actually UAE, and also making pushes for southern ways. Also, let's talk about this server here. Last time who joined it were this guy, and well, this guy also leave at this server. So if I look by now, they aren't here. And also, I don't like people who join and leave the same time. Here is the genre of option things what we have chapel playing, and also I can help about the tickets to open up. And well, rules, they're simple rules, so they can just use those. And yeah, those are rules. And well, let's continue. We can see the Yemen just gave it up. And well, Oman, you gave it up also. Now, this is Arabia. All the Middle East is Arabia. So, now, with this being Arabia, that makes the empire future. Syria just got annexed by Arabia, and well, now we can see more started annexments, and well, that actually happens. Also, I think I do nextly Egypt Empire too. Cyprus, you got annexed that. Now, Egypt. I said about Egypt. Now, Egypt got invaded. Bush started in Egypt, and well, Egypt capital is actually easy captured, but there's major thing of Egypt. They have some Vietnam shaped lake here, and there's even capital there on the side. So they use this, and well, they actually got the capital, and well, Egypt just surrendered. And well, with that, they just annexed that same numbers of lands, split the lake half. Half will be Egypt, and other half will be Arabians, leaving them really weakened because their capital is half. And also, the Egypt just called their capital in Arabia side other namely. So they are literally ruined the Egypt. And well, with Sudan, you had gave away the all coastline, but you didn't want to do that, so it got really bloody. So now it is on invasion name for the Red Sea of Arabia. And well, this ended up of Arabia victorious because the country started rebel itself, and that made interesting thing. The country rebels itself made country collapse under their states. So it is easy to invade country who is collapsing. And well, these were now yours. And also one little guy even more. Yep, this guy is independent, even if no one's lived there. Now, with further we can see even further expansion by Arabia is made. Arabia made itself really huge. Literally, they are huge. And suspicious shape. So they expanded further. They annexed it even a little bit more lands. And well, they even purchased those lands away. And well, here we can see more rebellions start warm up against governments. And that made this country richly have. And Somaliland, you break it free also. And well, Somaliland, you just join at this Arabia because you think that's better to be Arabia than Somalia. So now with Turkey, you just got annexed by the Arabia. So now Arabia is literally this huge. And then annexed Tunisians. And well, this made themselves even stronger. Well, what next you can do? You're on European, Asian, African, and even Middle Eastern. What next you could do? Well, colonizements. Basically, you want colonies now bring up. So, you think who could be your colony? Then you solve Malta's colonizement. Well, Malta is colony now. Small islands, and with keeper hunger, you got colonized and little bit Spain got parched away to be keeper hungers. And now this made the Arabia tax others to use and this and even this because they own the all the Mediterranean emperors. So everyone who want enter the Mediterranean, they are taxed to do that. So further we can see even more colonies start to show up. Now we can see this expansion made up more power. And also now with that being made, that made even further France see this as theirs. So they started protest this because that's so much similar borders than they had on there. So they are protesting against this colony, huge colony government, because that's too much French colonization there. And also this made Arabia do this. Well, France, now you can't protest against that. But Andorra, you got annexed even. Luxembourg, Belgium, Netherlands, you got annexed. Well, colonizers. And well, Arabia, you continued with your colonizers on Africa. Well, we can see those are really similar shapes too. Like we can see Africans, French parts back. Well, they are making ritually similar shapes because they think that should be one country own. That should be one country, not different countries. So they just made this to be one colonizement. They didn't want this to be thousands of countries. So they made that to one. Also, they are still expanding. So they made even more colonizements. Well, this is on colonizements. Those are interesting things to do because now Africans are hating the Arabia and blocked all their borders because this they think that's were enough. This were enough and this made they angry because they don't want to be seems like fully annexment on way. So they just blocked their borders up and where this made that happen. Further expansions. Now Arabia is owning gradually those lands. And well, with China, yep, you were annexed because they not are actually here. And Taiwan, you're also annexed. That made this empire huge. And Australia, you're annexed also. Cuba, you're annexed. And Brazil, you're annexed also. And well, Estonia, you're annexed also. Hope you guys like it, this video, and see you in next one. Bye.